gonna go blind. I'm gonna get myself connected. I ain't gonna go blind for the light that is reflected. Hear me out. Can you hear me out? Can you hear me out? Do it again, do it again, do it again, do it again. I wanna do it again, I wanna do it again. You're terrified. I wanna do it again. Ain't gonna go blind, ain't gonna go blind. I wanna do it again. Here we go. If you make sure you're connected, the writing's on the wall. But if your mind's neglected, stumble you might fall, stumble you might fall. Hear me out. Stumble you might fall. Yeah. Staying alive. Won't someone try? Open up your eyes. You must be blind if you can't see the gaping hole called reality. Wanna do it again? I'm gonna do it again. I wanna do it again. Come on, I'm gonna do it again. Hear me out. The writing's on the wall. But if your mind's neglected, stumble you might fall, stumble you might fall. Stumble you might fall. If you make sure you're connected, the writing's on the wall. But if your mind's neglected, stumble you might fall, stumble you might fall.
The family have asked that we read a statement on their behalf. I'll now hand over to Detective Chief Superintendent Pauline Stables to do that.
Nicola's family have asked that we release the following statement on their behalf as follows. Our family liaison officers have had to confirm our worst fears today. We will never be able to comprehend what Nikki had gone through in her last moments, and that will never leave us. We will never forget Nikki. How could we? She was the centre of our world. She was the one who made our lives so special, and nothing will cast a shadow over that. Our girls will get the support they need from the people who love them the most. And it saddens us to think that one day we will have to explain to them that the press and members of the public accuse their dad of wrongdoing, misquoted and vilified friends and family. This is absolutely appalling. They have to be held accountable. This cannot happen to another family. We tried last night to take in what we had been told in the day, only to have Sky News and ITV making contact with us directly when we expressly asked for privacy. They again have taken it upon themselves to run stories about us to sell papers and increase their own profits. It is shameful they have acted in this way. Leave us alone now. Do the press and other media channels and so-called professionals not know when to stop? These are our lives and our children's lives. To those who genuinely helped and supported us privately, we thank you. The community support in St Michael's, friends, neighbours and strangers has been nothing short of comforting and heartwarming. Friends, you know who you are, thank you. Our hearts truly break for others who have missing loved ones. Keep that hope alive. Finally, Nikki, you are no longer a missing person. You have been found. We can let you rest now. We love you, always have and always will. We will take it from here. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
You hear that, Alan? Leave them alone now. Leave them alone. First and foremost, what a very, very sad outcome in the search for Nicola. And obviously it was not the outcome anybody wanted. However, as it was just said, she is no longer a missing person. And everybody needs to allow her to rest in peace and allow her family the privacy, all the privacy in the world they deserve, and to be left alone. Rest in heaven, Nicola. Our sincere thoughts, prayers, and condolences are with Nicola's family at this time. And again, they deserve all the privacy in the world and to be left alone to deal with this in the way that they feel they want to go forward. People need to stop. People like Alan need to stop sitting there. Alan sitting there smirking, sneering, and disrespecting everything about the media being to blame, being a nuisance, when that's all he's done from the word that that young woman was missing. Sitting there claiming he's better than the BBC's, better than the Sun, yet sits there streaming them, making his money off this poor missing woman and streaming the friggin' news media that he's complaining about for hours on end. You're incompetent, Alan. You can't solve anything if your life depended on it. You can't even figure out that you need to change the batteries in your smoke detector when it's beeping at you. You can't figure out the instructions to a Sherlock Holmes board game that's intended for children's age 5 and up. You are an embarrassment. You've never been a detective. You insert yourself. All this is for money, and plain and simple. All this horrible creature does is sit in his lopsided, stinky, squeaky gaming chair, smirking, sneering, and spouting out nothing but lies for his personal, greedy, grubby, guts McGee pockets. He does it for money, plain and simple. Yep, exactly. Another case he screws up. Sorry, I'm shaking. I'm just so. I know I was annoyed the other night when I revisited him, and I felt it was necessary again because he's still. One of these days, very soon, Alan, you are going to meet the consequences of all your actions, all of the pain, all of the suffering that you've needlessly inflicted onto people over things that are none of your business. None of your business. Nobody wants your stupid imaginary conspiracies and lies and bullshit. I don't understand how anybody can take you seriously. Hi, everybody. Sorry, I didn't even say hi to anybody. I'm on a tangent here. Good to see everybody. I'm glad you're all here. Claire Griffiths, Elwood, lovely to see you, my darling. It's been a while. My favorite human in the world, who I love the most, Kimberly Faith, my lovely Larnie, Mr. Shannonite. He may be dressed or maybe not. That depends on his mood today. Oliver and the milk has arrived. SM's in the house. Sit snot eye up, buddy. I saw the. I'm gonna. I did see that Van posted your video with that song, so I will go through that and see what I might be able to muster. I'm assuming that's the one that you wanted me to try and do a remix with, but we can talk more about that. Simcast, lovely as always. Sunray and her sexy leg. Tamara, Vincina, Wicked Moon, and Emerald Kimmy 2. Candy for you. You just snuck in. Anybody else I missed, I apologize. Those that are just wanting to watch, lurk, hate, howdy ho, howdy ho. So I want to. Candy for you always makes me want to have Skittles. Yes, AD is still going. He's worse than ever, Claire. Worse than absolute ever. Trying to figure out the best way. I really wasn't planning actually on doing anything tonight, but I was starting to get right rip roaring mad the more I kind of was seeing what he was up to today. So I want to go through, actually, let's do this first. So I don't know. I thought that was a pretty appropriate thumbnail for this pervy fraud. So I actually get me all proud of myself. So I'm going to show you I did an edit. Somebody had posted, this is actually let me find it here. Me and my stupid stoner head friggin' imagination. So somebody had posted this in Sunray's Facebook group. And this was what I did with it. This was the final edit I placed on it. I'm going to show you what the original one was. Lovely lady named Sandra had put it up, and she was a great sport with my changes and edits. I thought it was more personable and more customized. So this was the original one. I'm an armchair detective. Oh. Definitely far more suited for what we're doing here. All right, let me see what you guys are saying before I get into some stuff I want to show. Oh yes, he's at it worse than ever. Absolutely worse than ever. Oh, it's all he's done. It's all he's done since day one. Yeah, I know. And it seems, and not only that, Claire, I mean, we all know how long he's been grifting. I mean, I know that, people like Molly and that fucking blowhorn bullshit Betty and Jonathan Lee Riches and the House of fucking Tragic fucking Trash Williams, all of them. I know they're all tragedy pimps too, but honestly, as far as I'm concerned, fucking Alan, oh, by the way, there could be some swearing here. I forgot to mention. I think I usually do. Sam's so much better. The salty bitch is better at those kind of disclaimers. So there might be some cuss words, but you guys know me well enough by now. And for those that don't, then, well, you might have sensitive ears. Alan is the OG tragedy pimp daddy. Let me try that again. The OG tragedy pimp daddy of all of this. OG meaning original gangsta. He is the one that blazed the trail that made way for the rest of these freaks who aren't lazy like Alan. They actually get up and they go harass people in front of their homes with bullhorns and demand to know where mothers have buried their daughter who is missing, accusing them of murder. So this is all perpetually snowballed because original grifter. Yeah, that's actually even better. Original grifter tragedy pimp daddy. I like that. Elwood, that sounds much better. Original grifter. Yeah, we're going with that. Original grifter tragedy pimp daddy. Say that friggin' even twice fast. Hang on, I need a sip of coffee. Hi, George girl. But because people like Scamchair Detective have gotten away with what he's gotten away with, people are like, oh, well, I can take it a step further. And until something very seriously, there are serious repercussions that these people face. I don't know, like maybe YouTube starting by removing their platforms and stop giving them a big fat open place to do this shit over and over and over. This is going to continue. And it's eventually somebody get hurt or somebody is going to get killed. And I hate to say that, but let's not candy coat shit. Sorry, Candy, for you, but can't candy coat in this case. Yeah, forever a gutter snipe. Well, what did he do? He said, I think when this whole thing started, when she first went missing, Candy, I can't remember the order, but he said on his blue channel, he wasn't going to be doing the flavor of the week, and then immediately did a stream on the red channel when she first went missing in the same day. So, with that being said, I want to go ahead. I'm going to play Truth Justice's latest video she put out a couple of hours ago. I haven't actually watched the whole thing myself, so this will be a first for all of us, so bear with me. I thought if I went away for a while, he would disappear and make YouTube a better place to be. Again, obviously not. Yeah, no. Unfortunately, he's not. It's not as easy as pretending he doesn't exist. He won't go away. He's a cockroach. He's a flipping cockroach that needs to have his head cut off and it's squished. We're going to get to cockroach talk in a little bit. So, well, that's, I think we were all hoping this. And I mean, I don't want to say it's not a done deal, but I mean, how long has he been running on this now? She disappeared, the 17th, 23rd. It's February 20th, and nothing has happened to him yet. That's exactly. I thought he might have picked the wrong one this time, Sunray. I always heard they won't put up with this nonsense in the UK. I'm happy to hear that. Well, let's make an example out of Alan. It's on time. Come on, UK police, please. It is time to make him reap what he sows and suffer the consequences. He has caused so much harm, caused so much undue pain, relentless, unnecessary pain and suffering. For what? Because he's a greedy, gambling alcoholic that likes to lie and play pretend detective. Not a fucking detective. All he's done is yet again prove his pure incompetence. It's good to see you, Claire. I wondered where you had gone. I know it had been a while. I kind of did a double take when I saw you. I'm like, wait. It's been forever. Yeah, I mean, all he's done, his legacy, his trash reputation that he's managed on his own, his legacy of being a pure incompetent, deluded dolt who can't even friggin' figure out what's in front of his fucking face. Well, that's just it. He's too lazy. That's right, Oliver. And that's where the people like the blowhole friggin' bullhorn bullshit Betty's and Jonathan Lee's come into play. They're a little bit more mobile and not lazy, and actually they go right on scene to harass people right to their faces in the name of peaceful protesting. No, you're harassing, stalking, and heckling people that are victims or kin of the victims of a crime. You can't cover it under Miss Blowhorn Betty. My First Amendment rights. It's the same thing as Alan. It's not freedom of speech. It's not your opinion when you're intentionally, purposely spreading misinformation over and over and over and over again, especially when you've been told to mind your fucking business and stay out of it. So, the only thing that makes me, hi, Welsh lady, you did make a live. Caca. Yeah, well, yeah, right, Larnie? How can you take anybody seriously that has partners named Bubbles and Caca? Like, come on. He's so lazy, he can't even find a link for himself. He has to have that sent to him. I mean, I remember, I can't remember what it was, but I did make a video where he was demanding that Caca sent him, or Chicken Cluck Cluck Fuck, I don't know which one it was. Doesn't matter. They're all basically one and the same. Was demanding that they send him something he wanted to show. It took them 4 minutes for them to email it to him when he could have pulled that up himself like 5,000 times. No, he can't. He's a useless fucking pompous, pervy, fraud prick. So anyways, I could go on for hours. You guys don't want to listen to me go on for hours. I don't want to listen to me for hours. So here's TJ's latest video. Let's have a little watch together. But first,
but the way it was taken over by what I call grifters on the internet.
And they lie, and they admit they lie to protect us. So what do we know? Where do we know when they're telling the truth? The answer is we don't.
And mind you, I have an internet channel myself. Obviously, this is my YouTube channel. I do educational work. But there are those on the internet who don't just do one story or one take on something. They have dozens of videos on a particular incident, and every day they put out every piece of gossip, every unknown, and they encourage people to create theories.
Hello? Are you feeling okay?
Day after day, love turns gray.
They encourage that, and oftentimes encourage them to go out into the community, and that's what happened in this case, and it was abominable.
So therefore, you should rely on the Armchair Detective team. We have boots on the ground there. If anything happens, I will go live straight away. But here's the proof. The Sun.
So I suggest anybody who is watching any kind of true crime channel, please take note. If somebody does a video every day on a particular case, that's not a channel you want to spend your time on. Go find a more reputable channel. An educational channel, or don't go for the grifter channels, please, and don't encourage them. That's one thing I want to say.
Right, I can't get them to talk about it. Someone told me to watch it. I can't even get them to talk about it. Right, I've ordered the chair. let me get the order to sink in. Hang on. And look, I've ordered the splinging chair, man. Look at that, all the way around this. Right, listen. Can you hear the chair? I'm going to go all the way around. Right. I'm dizzy. I'm dizzy now. Do you ever do that at school where you're on the beach and you run round and round in a circle till you fall down dizzy? So you have to rely on people like me, who's independent, right? Not the BBC, who are paid by the government and do what they're told. You rely on me. Right, we're waiting for Sky News. It won't be long now. I'm going to just tell you the truth, right? I'm going to explore all the avenues and tell you the truth. Don't trust the police. Don't trust the BBC. Don't trust any news channel that's funded by the government or in any way responsible to an individual. Now, I'm the same as the BBC. I have the same facilities. I can edit. I've got my own channel. I've got my own Patreon channel, which is a pay-per-view channel. If you want to join that, where we can talk behind a paywall where no one can see what we're saying.
Yeah, really, Alan. Don't trust the police. Don't trust the BBC. But I'm going to stream the BBC all day, every day for 4 hours while I invent the facts. See, don't forget, guys, when it comes to Armchair Detective, the truth is an inconvenience. So he creates the facts. The world's leading metadata expert gets everything wrong as per usual. Yeah, don't trust the BBC. I'm the same as the BBC. I have the same facilities as the BBC that I just told you not to trust. Holy fuck. How can anybody take this grifter fucking seriously? Yeah, spinning in his chair. I mean, hats off to you, TJ, to have watched that. I didn't even go through that stream. I went through the last one I think he did earlier, the second one today, and I pulled a couple clips from there, and that was enough to get me boiling, which is why we're here now. Yeah, exactly, Sunray. Hang on. Where did that comment go? Yeah, but don't fetch me Sky News, Kaka. Fetch me BBC News, but don't trust them. I'm just going to make money off all the streaming of theirs that I do without any commentary except for the stuff from his La La Land of imagination. It's clowns on the ground. Clowns on the ground. Yeah, amen, Pat. Absolutely. Right on, Pat Wood. That was well done. Where's that comment of don't trust anyone that calls themselves Armchair Detective? Yep. We know you can edit and brilliant. Never saw so many pixels in my life. Yeah. The newsreaders on BBC often spin about in their chair giggling after reporting a murdered woman has been found. Well, we don't know she's been murdered. Hold on now. Let's take back the murdered part. The missing woman was found, not murdered. Let's not. I think that was probably a mistake, Sunray. But that's how easy it is. In flip-flops like him, asshole. Yeah, he's just vile. Absolutely.
I'm pretty sure it is what it is. It just is what it is, isn't it? Like, people do fall in water, but it's the way it happened. It's the deception by the family. To be fair, there is a deception going on.
Yep, and that deception is called Alan Vinicombe. That's where the deception is coming from, everybody. You know it, I know it, everybody knows it. Yeah, I knew you meant missing, Sunray. I knew that. That's why I corrected you. I went ahead and corrected you. I knew that was a mistake. Yeah, exactly. But he spun it into, right out of the gate. Everybody's lying. It's a conspiracy. Law enforcement is corrupt. All you have done is add undue stress to an already, now grieving family, but very distraught family with two little girls wondering where their mother was, adding undue stress, taking away from police resources, people, especially you, but people exactly like you, spreading false information, and it's gone back as far. One of the comments, I don't think I clipped it from one of it, is that stream, the second stream he did today. He was talking about, give me a second, he said something along the lines of, how did he say it? That it wasn't until the police released the information about her being vulnerable that they started calling out the armchair detectives. Actually, no, because This story from Cosmopolitan, I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm going to make it bigger. That has a date of February 15th. It was going on long before. So stop trying to place blame elsewhere. You're the one to blame. You're the deceitful, lying motherfucking douchebag. We all know the answer to this. Are armchair detectives helpful or hurtful? Hurtful in every possible way. Now, give me a second here. I'm just going to pull something up. Hang on a sec. Just talk amongst yourselves for a moment. Da, 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 da.
All right, talk amongst yourselves.
All right. So, what I would like to do. Hey, Dave. What's going on? Whoa, Lisa. I don't think I said hi to you, Lady Witch. I don't think I said hi to you. Anybody else I missed? I'm not being YouTube lady. I see you. I'm not being rude on purpose. I'm really not. You know, I'm just a big stoner. So a couple things I want to share, which I think definitely need some showing. All right, so this is from Lizzie's No Hate group. I'm going to play, she posted a couple videos underneath this comment she made earlier, so I'm going to play the videos after, but I wanted to read the comment. And then Michael Shaw was so very, very wonderful. Some work for me that I had wanted to do and I just hadn't had a chance to get around to, so I thank him. He put together a nice little collection of all of the diluted misinformation statements by Scam Chair Detective regarding the Nicola Bully disappearance. We're going to go over those after. So, hope you guys are okay. I hope you're all being good in chat now. And if you're not, well, I can't do nothing about it because I'm not paying full attention. I know you guys are good. I'm just teasing you. The only one that's not, yeah, he's never solved anything. Hell, he can't even say his own name properly, for God's sakes. Armchair Detective, no hiding street. I will never, ever forget that. Ever. Dumbass. Hang on. For those that don't remember, this was a long time ago he did this. But, yeah, this is your brilliant, world-leading meta-day expert.
Armchair Detective, no hiding street. Armchair Detective, no hiding street.
You don't even know your name, fuck. How can we expect you to be able to solve anything? Can't even solve a 5-year-old fucking jigsaw puzzle, board game, read the instructions. You can't even figure out your smoke machine is beeping and needs a battery change, even after Winston leads you there. Embarrassing is what he is. All right. There we go. Hang on. I think we need to get into the role for this. I know how much Alan loves this avatar. Here you go, Alan. See? Look, all for you. Still my favorite picture I ever made of you, you freak. And again, let's be clear, this whole putting him in chains comes from this stupid picture that I made years ago, like back in 2019. It was the first thing I ever created, even before I had a channel. I was so proud of it. The first thing I ever made involving him. And he's run with it. Oh, they all want me clasped in irons. Well, yeah, we do. But ultimately, he's made a pity party out of a fucking picture. Asshole. All right. So I hope you guys can see that. Oh, he loves the underpants. He absolutely loves them. Damn right he does. Hang on a second here. And I know he loves your avatar too, Sunray. That's one of his favorites. He told me that. Hang on. I'm going to get to Lizzie's thing in a second. Here you go, Alan. 2 of your favorite avatars that you absolutely love. Here, let's make it 3. He loves that one too. No, he's clasped in irons. It's not bondage. Don't ruin it. Don't you dare ruin that. Whoa, Lisa. The chin chin. Yeah, of course, the bubbles chin. That's always going to be my favorite. Hold on. I'm getting there. A little fuzzy here. Bear with me. Yes, he absolutely was. Hey, Foxy in the Boxy, what's up? AD turkey neck gobble gobble. I'm defaming him. It's deflammatory, damn it. Deflammatory. You know, it's so amazing how he can say whatever the hell he wants to say, make up anything horrible about anybody he wants, but the second you call him out, oh, he has a big fucking old man baby fucking temper tantrum like a little child. You can throw it out, but you can't take it, Alan, eh? You fucking coward, chicken shit asshole. All right, so let's read this here. All right, so we'll have that. See if I can make that a little bigger for y'all. All right, there we go. So this is Lizzie today. Pardon me, but what planet is he on? Trying to convince his subs he's a big shot and no different to Sky News, except they get paid and he doesn't. This is a tiny portion of the outrageous comments he's made during the Nicola Bully case. See Michael Shaw's thread, which I'm going to read after, and then I'm going to show Lizzie's video that she's referencing after I'm done reading this. So the second video, he's the same as BBC, and he's got reporters all over the world. He has to make a living. How about living on his government pension? The same as many of us do. £5,000 super chats or $5,000 super chats, current memberships, and those paid by Nancy and Fox, close to $1,000 memberships paid for. PayPal, Patreon, and what about his monetized Red channel? The list goes on. Merch, Fundly. It never friggin' ends. He's got like 50 different links on how you can friggin' give him money. Because he doesn't get paid on YouTube. Make whatever money you want, but stop begging and lying. I inserted that. And complaining about how hard done by you are. Exactly. Lying by saying Winston doesn't have any food, you don't have any heat. Meanwhile, you're off at a poker tournament in a fancy casino and fancy hotel living it up. Well, Winston has no food. Tugging on the emotional heartstrings of, I don't know, some vulnerable, some probably just as twisted in the head and enjoy all the drama and garbage that you put out there. Maybe if UAD wasting all your money on poker and hotels and drink, etc., you would have some left to donate to the cause one of your subs suggested. You conveniently ignored that comment. What a shocker. He has found his gravy train from the sad disappearance of Nicola Bully and is now in the process of extending it for who knows how long by conspiracies, lies, and false accusations against innocent people. What a disgrace. A mother is no longer able to share her life with her family, and her 2 girls no longer have a mother, and he doesn't give 2 hoops. All he wants is money. No truer words have been said. Yeah, Alan, how about the money for your book and the documentary, all those funds? Eh? Whatever happened? Where's all the hardcovers that you mailed out 500 times that got COVID? The books were lying sack of shit. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play. Yes, Winston is not his dog. Yeah, except it's not even, hi, Green Eyes, morning. Yeah, where's the documentary? Where's all the hardcover books? The Hollywood documentary. What a joke. Where's all the refunds for people that didn't get books that you said were COVIDed? I think he blamed it on the Post. First it was the trolls, then it was the Post, then it was COVID. It's everybody else's fault always, but Armchair Detective. Yes, save Winston. Save Winston. If he's going to the casino and is worried about money, then he should have Winston adopted. Yeah, except Winston's not his. That's another misconception that he lies about. Winston's never there because it's not his dog. Never has been. Well, I think maybe it was maybe way back in the beginning, but it hasn't been his dog for a long, long time. I can't remember the whole story now, but I just know it's not his dog. All right, so here's the first. I may have them backwards, but you'll figure it out. These are both the videos that Lizzie had posted underneath that comment I just read of hers from No Hate.
Interesting. Very interesting that all these policemen are coming on my screen and blaming TikTok. They've heard of Facebook. Well, have you heard of like YouTube? No, just TikTok. Mainly TikTok. TikTokers are climbing over stuff, filming stuff. Well, I happen to know the person that filmed the bodies was a YouTuber, not a TikToker. So again, they get it wrong. They got it wrong all the time. They think they're so clever, these TV people, don't they? So then along comes the internet, and the internet goes, we can do it better than you. And the internet totally destroys the newspapers, the magazines, the TV channels, the soap operas, the everything, the made-up crime stories. And we turned it into Netflix and real crime. And we talked about stuff that interested us, which was ongoing cases. And now here we are, talking about ongoing crime cases because we're fascinated by true crime. True crime is massive. And the TV are behind it going, what are they all watching this true crime stuff for? We better get on the ball. So they all then, BBC, ITV, they all get a YouTube channel, right? So now you can watch Sky News on YouTube. You can watch BBC on YouTube because that's where the younger people watch stuff, YouTube. So they've given up their big, massive TV studios and swapped it for a one-room, like me, channel. They're no different than me. Sky Now are no different than me, apart from they employ more people. Whereas I have subscribers, they have reporters. That's it, basically. And they don't know any better than me, and they don't know any worse than me. So then we all want guests, and we all get experts on. I got Dr. B on in the Watts case, who was working in the prison with Chris Watts. People don't like it and say she never existed. But she didn't work there. There's always jealous people. Get rid of AD.
She
making
did it.
money out of crime. Convenient forgetting that Sky TV are making money out of crime. Conveniently forgetting that Netflix make money out of real murder. I'm just a little man on my own. It doesn't even get paid by YouTube because I'm demonetized because they pay people that do crime. I'm sat here like 16 hours a day for nothing. While they make millions out of adverts, I make pennies. If it wasn't for you people supporting me by being members and giving me super chat, I wouldn't have any money. So I thank you for that. I'm just like a busker in the street. If you like what I do, you might join my Patreon, you might subscribe to the channel. That's up to you. But I have to take a barrage of criticism that's unjustified. Take your barrage of criticism and give it to Sky. Because they're the one making millions, where I'm scratching a living. And now those people making millions have decided to put a panel of ex-policemen on to tell us how terrible we are in social media, and we all should be shut down. Why they take the money from Sky to go on their shows and get paid to talk about us, and we're money grabbing, and they go on the shows to get money from Sky for being on Sky. A bunch of bastard hypocrites. All of them. All of them. All of them are hypocrites. We all have a right to talk about crime. We all have a right to an opinion. It's not bloody Russia, and it's definitely not South Korea. You have a right to look at crime and discuss crime, and you have a right to have an opinion. And my opinion is there's something dodgy about the Sarah Bullock case. In my opinion, I still think there's something dodgy in this case, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I don't let go of cases, as you know. Something smells off in this case. I don't like the campsite attitude to dogs. I don't like the campsite attitude to people. I don't like the fact that the campsite over this last hour of her life. At all. I don't like it.
Oh, well, the whole world better come to a screeching halt, everybody. Alan Vinicombe, the Armchair detective, doesn't like it. Listen to that pompous prick sitting there, smirking, disrespecting, sneering, everything about social media being a nuisance and being on YouTube when all he's done is be a nuisance. He's not even fucking any type of goddamn media or investigator or detective, sitting there streaming everything he's complaining about them about. Make that make sense. Did he say, it sounded like he said Sarah Bullock, Sarah Bueller, whatever he said, that's no better than Ashley Banfield saying that the Idaho murder happened in October, and Miss meant to call Xana, called her mother's name in one of her news reports with sources close to the prosecution the other night. It's embarrassing. Supposed to be professionals. That's it. It's exactly it, Claire Griffiths. I will call him out as a total and utter sick. He makes up shit to make money on stupid people. Yeah, he either is taking advantage of vulnerable people, lonely people, or people that actually are right into his bullshit and know that it's garbage, but thrive on toxic environments and think that that makes them, I don't know, part of something. Yeah, trained by Scotland Yard, Colin Sutton, MI5. Yes, he called her Nikki last week. He did. I don't know if you saw the live I did 4 days ago when I did my first revisit on 3 months. Yep. Right, I was streaming him live because he loves that, as you guys all know. He loves when genetic code streaming me live. Type her name in, she's streaming me live. When I was streaming him live, that's exactly what he called her, and I had to stop it. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Did he literally just call her Nikki? And I said to people, I had never seen anything anywhere of anybody, even her partner, referencing her as Nikki. It's always been Nicola. Friggin' one-trick pony, idiot. Hey, Sid. Yeah, I know. I think I said the other night, I didn't realize I had high blood pressure until this goofball. But as we know, all Armchair Detective did again was prove his pure and utter incompetence.
Now, I'm the same as the BBC. I have the same facilities. I can edit. I've got my own channel. I've got my own Patreon channel, which is a pay-per-view channel. If you want to join that, where we can talk behind a paywall where no one can see what we're saying. So I've got the same facilities as the BBC. I've got reporters all over the world that we check out and see they're legit. So we can do everything they can do.
Somehow I don't foresee the BBC, Sky News taking all of their evidence and stories into their safe haven of Patreon, where they can talk freer amongst friends behind a paywall where nobody can see. What an absolute clown, for sure. For sure. You're so funny, Elle. Look what I just happened to have handy.
Sometimes when you're in the middle of something, you don't quite grasp the enormity of it until someone goes like this. AD. AD. I'd like to thank everyone in the world for this honor. Yeah, it's real. Okay.
Yeah, it's real. You are a filthy, filthy sponge. Filthy, filthy sponge. All right, now. Before I get into the lovely list that Mr. Michael Shaw put together, give me a sec here.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Uno momento. All right, well, while I'm actually looking for something, this might be a good time to remind everybody how much Alan loves this. Beep, beep.
This bandwagon has got their hand. It's like they draw cartoons of you, they make you look bad in a photograph, they humiliate you, take pleasure in humiliating you. And they do cartoons of me in underpants. Yeah, cartoons of me in underpants. I think it's funny. Now look at these supporters. Look, see that person on the screen, right? Sun Ray, yeah, he looks at the script on the ceiling a few times. I don't read the script on the ceiling. And look what he's done. That's a drawing of me. Some fat bloke with extra big glasses and pants on, right? This is my life. And they do cartoons of me in underpants. Yeah, cartoons of me in underpants. I think it's funny. I'm a senior. I'm over 60. It's illegal. Now look at these supporters. Look, see that person on the screen, right? Sun Ray, yeah, he looks at the script on the ceiling a few times. I don't read the script on the ceiling. And look what he's done. That's a drawing of me. Some fat bloke with extra big glasses and pants on, right? This is my life. Right, I want to swear now. Red car, red car, red car. And I don't believe in the red car. How do you like this? Red car. That's the word you don't want to hear, isn't it? Red car. Red car. Red car. Friggin' red car was there. Red car. Red car. Red car. Red car. Red car. Friggin' red car was there. Red car. Red car. Red car. Means Christian act alone. Right, I want to swear now. Red car, red car, red car. You fucking liar. You absolute liar.
Say what?
You fucking liar. You absolute liar.
Well, isn't that special?
If you tell the truth, you don't have to have a good memory.
The friggin' red car was there. Oh, he was big mad, Sunray. He fucking swore and called you a he. That's totally the first time I ever picked up on that. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. And that's exactly it. Thank you. That was a point I wanted to make when I was playing Lizzie's video. That is one of the many problems when it comes to Alan. Alan is nothing to do or about true crime in any way, shape, or form. He's in it for the money. Purely, straight up for the money. He's about shit to make money. Yep, and that's, the major channel. Exactly. Like I keep saying, Belinda misses you. yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so fucking imagine that, cartoon underpants trigger him, and they draw cartoons of me in underpants. It's illegal. Everything he hates is illegal. It's illegal. But I'll talk shit all I want about everybody, every level of law enforcement right across the globe, any person in the world. I will say whatever and talk shit, smack in any way I want. That's okay. But how dare you make cartoons of me in cartoon underpants? It's illegal. Pull your big cartoon underpants up, Alan. Suck it up, Buttercup. Fucking goddamn delicate piece of shit flower you're not. You don't like being called out on your fucking nonsense. And this time, I've gone and done it real good. Bad enough you spent the last 4 years milking a very long ago, still very solved, closed case. Now you want to fucking stick your big bullhorn beak into an active, well, what was at the time an active missing person investigation, claiming conspiracies and corruption, and you know too much. You can only talk about it in your safe haven of Patreon. Oh yeah, that really, don't trust anybody but me, says the scam chair detective. Oh yeah. God damn. Making fun. Yeah, like being a senior, he's a minority. I'm a senior citizen. It's illegal. Oh my God. Causes of trauma. Is that like tragedy and drama together? Trauma or trauma? Like Trauma? I don't mean to be picking on you and your spelling or your choice of words today, Sunray. I'm sorry if that's how it's coming off. I just didn't know if that was a new word made up, like a combination of tragedy and drama, or you meant actual trauma. Either way, any of them apply. Any of them apply. That's exactly, and that's just it right there, Sunray. And you know as well as I do, if he had never, ever made such a ginormous spectacle about it, that video would have never, ever, ever been made. He gives me so much content to turn and show all his erroneous conclusions. It's always been his own words that I've turned on him. And again, it's his own fault. If he had just bit his lip and said nothing, that video would never have seen I would have never thought to make it. It would have never been over and over and over and over. So you reap what you sow, Alan. Transformative detective. No, you only see him smile when he wins at the fucking poker table, and I don't think that's very often. All right, so, yeah, he makes it too easy sometimes. He really does. That's how predictable you are, Alan. The more things change with you, Alan, or the more things change, the more things stay the same when it comes to Alan Vinicombe. It's the same same verbatim that he did with the Watts case. They didn't close down a crime scene. It wasn't a crime scene, Alan. The same as at the time when they first showed up for a welfare check at Shanann Watts' house, at the Watts house. She was missing at that point. It's not a crime scene when somebody's missing, you fucking fool. Oh, but a professional detective, I don't pretend to be a detective, nor do I try to play one on YouTube. But that's just common sense, you moron. Make it choke. Hang on, guys. Giving me a tickle in my throat. Bingo. Yep. That's about the only satisfaction I get out of this, is knowing that it drives him insane. Insane. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. All right, so next thing I'm going to pull up is this was compiled by Mr. Michael Shaw earlier. I know, crime scene, crime scene. All he is a freaking goddamn e-grifting beggar. Embarrassing. 60 plus years old, thinking the whole world owes him a living. All of his subscribers should be funding all of his life and his life expenses like he's some kind of fucking trophy. Fucking broken, rusted trophy in the bottom of a trunk that should be thrown out is about the only kind of trophy that he is. Write it down. Alan's underpants are a crime scene. Yeah, Sunray is good. I've always had a soft spot for Sunray and her digs and her wonderful, wonderful humor. All right, so let's go through this lovely list that Mike compiled. So this is some of these statements by the deluded detective just in regards to the Nicola Bulley disappearance. So a couple of them we already obviously went over. He did actually threw one stream in there. He did one Watts stream. I didn't fucking pay any attention to it, but he actually did do one amongst all of the Nicola Bulley 5-hour never-ending streams that he did. Trying to cash in at every angle that he can. All right, so false statement by the deluded scam chair detective number 1. I have the same facilities as the BBC. Waving your stupid cell phone in front of your camera lens arse, shaking it about where nobody can see anything, does not mean you have the same facilities as the BBC. And I've seen a BBC green screen fall and anybody get up to scotch tape it back up with their gut and ass cheeks hanging out. So yeah, no, I'm gonna have to debunk that one. I have reporters all over the world. Well, if he means by streaming all of the different mainstream media news outlets, then yes, that would be accurate. The police took notice of me and searched the caravan park. Yes, because I'm sure Lancashire faculties, yeah, exactly. Faculties, yeah. The police took notice of me and searched the caravan park. Yes, because I'm sure all of Lancashire police and any surrounding police organizations from around that area that may have been helping, all were sitting in one room watching and waiting for you to go live and sat there watching your from beginning to end, Alan. That's all they did. That's all they did. There was no actual on the ground real investigating, Alan, because they could not do anything without you. Yeah. Hang on. Oh, hang on, guys. We need to see it for everybody. Those that may not remember, hang on. Elwood. I've always loved your sense of humor too. Oh my lord. All right, I'm just gonna cut this out for a second. All right. Yes, all of Sky News and BBC present themselves every night with a 50-year-old black and white full photo like he's some kind of fucking goddamn creepy stalking wannabe, not onesie wearing DJ model thing. That's illegal. You made me go there, Elwood. God. That just totally, oh my God, it's still reminding me of his forever lifetime win for best Halloween costume of the lifetime. That's exactly why he's never made it anywhere. Imagine. Imagine being, what is he now, 65, 66, in his 60s, having temper tantrums, doing everything, might I say, everything wrong that anybody could possibly do to get any type of attention, to become some sort of a celebrity. He's done it all wrong. But imagine, he's been trying probably his whole life, but I mean, we've only been watching him over the last 4 or 5 years, and his desperate attempt in his old age to become some sort of relevant celebrity has failed because you have ruined your own reputation with your previous behavior, pattern of behavior, and your actions, past, present, and current. And going forward, you'll never be anything, Alan, and you have nobody to blame but your own self. You think you're all that in a bag of chips? You need to take your freaking Dame Edna pink rose-colored bifocal spectacles off and take a look at the real world, or how the majority of the normal people of the real world actually view you. And that is a big joke. All right, that's enough of that. Sorry if anybody's going to have any... Well, yeah, of course, salty bitch. What's up, my honey bunny? I'm not sure if you're working or not. If you're not and you want to come say hi, by all means, do it. Hey, Jeff. Maybe that's what I'm going to have to Photoshop into that frame next, is that lovely picture. Creepers, jeepers, creepers. All right, everybody, say hello to the salty bitch. I know y'all love her more than me.
And we're allowed to talk about the case. And we do care about how Nicola met her end and why and how she could possibly drown in 2 foot of water.
You pompous, stuck-up, snot-nosed, English, giant, twerp, scumbag, fuckface, dickhead, asshole!
That's right. So, you say you care, Alan, eh? Well, I've got my magic 8-ball here, and the question I'm posing to my magic 8-ball is, does Alan Vinicombe, aka the Scam Chair Detective, really care about these cases he talks about? Yeah, so it answered my question initially. Do you think Alan really cares about any of the cases he talks about? My reply is no. And then that wonderful 8-ball took it even further, calling him right what he is, a whack job, troll, asshole. That magic 8-ball, bang on the money, baby. Bang on the money. What the? What the hell is that?
That's Alan if he was a chicken named Karen.
If he was a what?
A chicken named Karen. That's him.
Do you know what that reminds me of? Oh my God, hang on a second. Oh my God, hang on. I gotta fight. I can't believe you just put that up. Have you ever heard of Kids in the Hall?
Of course, you and I have talked about this before.
Oh
my friend.
yeah, that's who that reminds me of. Is Kids in the Hall.
Yes, the lady. What was her name? What was the
chicken lady? The chicken lady.
It was just
hang on,
chicken
I'm gonna
lady.
get a picture right now. I'm going to get a picture of it right now to compare. So for those that have no idea, Kids in the Hall was a Canadian show in the 80s that, I mean, was just hilarious. It was
it was a great show.
It
great
was.
Show.
Oh my God. Especially now when I watch it now that I'm older, it's even more funny. But it was a bunch of different skits that they used to do. And one of them was the chicken lady.
Oh, that one was kind of freaky though.
First thing I thought of, how are you, darling?
I'm good. How are you? You feeling better? You sound better.
Yeah, pretty. I'm almost there. My ear is still a bit plugged. I'll be good. Like today, I'm good. Yesterday, I wasn't so good. Like last night, out of nowhere, I went on these sneezing fits, and all of a sudden, I had like this full head cold. It was really weird. So it's like one day I'm okay, one day I'm not. But I'm definitely more. I'm on the mend. I'm almost back to myself. I'd say 90%.
Well, yeah. We, the older we get, it's not easy to bounce back from shit like that, is it?
What about you? Here's the chicken lady, guys. Oh, hang on. Let me see. Hang on. I'm going to see if I can kick myself out for a second.
Oh, wow. Oh, he's hot, though. He'd be really hot if I was a chicken named Karen. Yeah? Well, you know what? Yeah. Similarity. It's pretty spot on.
I'd say it is. Oops.
It is. Wow. Who's here? I'm sorry for crashing. I just had to come up and tell you that that everybody listens to AD in their break rooms, in their cars, at home, when they're on the toilet, when
I'm sure we'd be able
walking
to find
their dog.
We'd be able to find an Alan stream on a police scanner somewhere, no doubt.
Absolutely. Because everybody's just hanging on. No,
hey, don't apologize for crashing when I fucking invited you up here. Stop trying to be polite in front of my friends.
Well, I think I'm just going to go ahead and be completely honest. Then I've been listening to your ass, but I haven't said hello. I felt like I wanted to. No, I'm teasing.
Never liked you anyway, but we know that. We're just speaking what we already know.
Oh, I know that. No, I did.
Yeah.
I got a notification a little late. I was like, "What? She's in there. Let me go and hear her."
Yeah,
I
had a couple months, but I felt with this awful behavior that Alan has been exhibiting as of lately, it was time to do it.
Okay, but can I ask? This is the thing, y'all. I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. All the people that said, "Stop talking about the case. Stop talking about the case, shit, Lord. Stop it." Are we going to be upset that he's talking about anything or just one thing in particular? Huh?
Well, I thought
so is it any case? Is it anybody? Is it anything? Or is it the Watts case?
It should be all fucking cases.
Well,
he took this one to a whole new, now he took it up a level. He went from solving a long ago, already almost 5-year-old solved closed case to actively interjecting his beak into a active missing persons investigation.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a whole
just like people have been doing.
I don't like.
Well, you know what? I mentioned this to somebody yesterday. when I was still doing my live streams and we would all be talking about different things, I would say that I would hate to think that this was, I would like to think that this was like the perfect storm of fuckery for him. This platform, COVID, that time, for people at home, maybe him, the dog, whatever. And it gave him a nominal, amount of success to where he saw a little bit of cash really, really quickly.
Yeah.
But the expense, what expense, right? That it can't be like this. This isn't right. But I've come to realize something, and that is that this is the normal. And I think, he was just the first.
Yeah. Well, no, you're
And it's
absolutely
not gonna
right. And
stop.
and that's what I mean. I don't know. You say
Not
you were
gonna
listening.
stop.
You say you were listening to me earlier, but obviously you weren't,
Mhm.
or maybe you hadn't known. Teasing, you might not have been there yet. But that's kind of what I was saying earlier. Is I mean, we've come up with the OG original grifter tragedy pimp daddy. He's the one that blazed this path that now, only because he's a lazy fat slob, we have people like Bullhorn Betty, Molly Golightly, Jonathan Lee Rich's House of Trash Williams, all actually going to these active crime scenes where that Quentin Simon was missing, standing out there with their bullhorns. Like, they've taken it a notch further when this should have been stopped when Alan started trailblazing. And this is what happened because it wasn't stopped before it got really bad. This is what it snowballed into. People think, well, get away with that. I'm going to take it a step fucking further.
But did you drop?
No, I think you did. Did we both
Oh,
drop?
okay. Wait, can you hear me? Because I can hear you.
I hear you now. Oh, man.
Okay, then.
Right back into the messy mess we
remember
together.
with the Summer Wells, when Summer Wells disappeared, you had all these people calling them and going to their houses and wanting them
He wanted
they
to,
were
he
literally
wanted to gather up
contacting them to
a mop and
to
bucket
create
brigade
content.
when it was still a fucking crime scene.
Yes. So, I mean, you have people interjecting themselves so appropriately across the board.
Oh,
across the board
absolutely.
for content. And
Yeah.
we know that. It's
Well, look
established at this point.
Bullhorn Betty and Molly Golightly for the Summer Wells there, 8 or 10 months ago, standing outside the house on the street there with bullhorns. Where's your daughter? Where did you bury her?
Yeah.
I just can't even, it blows my mind. And they call it peaceful protesting, and they have, it's the same thing as Alan. This Bullhorn Betty is the first one to scream about my right to free speech, my right to free speech. No, you lose that right when you're purposely and intentionally spreading bullshit and misinformation and doing shit like
misinformation. In the obvious motive being, for the clicks, the views, the engagement, the cash. I mean, I can't begrudge people coming up and actually creating content and earning something from creating that content. But when you have live stream after live stream, let's be honest, and you're just causing drama and talking shit about other people, or you're expecting something like this, that's not content.
No, it's not
content.
But we know, I mean,
So-
all it is with Alan is he does it for the money, plain and simple. He sits in this lopsided, stinky, squeaky gaming chair, smirking, sneering, and spouting out nothing but lies for personal gain.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's absolutely right. And that's along with that fact. But I've seen some comments. I did come on today, earlier. I've seen some comments about when is he going to be gone? What happened? What do we have to do to get rid of this bastard? I can't believe he's still doing this. Oh, when are they going to do the right thing and take him down? What's happening? Why is he still here? Come on.
Yeah.
If you're asking those questions, you know the fucking answer. But ask them to the right people.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Ask that question to the
Preach
right
into the
people.
choir, fuck. Preach into the choir.
Right? Yeah. So,
I'd like to have thought, I know people, there was information, and in a perfect world, right, he would be suffering consequences. And I mean, part of me was hoping, because he was touching upon something very close to home for him, and there have been, I guess, TikTokers that certain people have, I don't know if they've been arrested, what exactly has happened, but I've seen people like Sunray and so forth that said that they've reached out to Lancashire police. I guess there's an email address, phone number, to let them know of people that are spreading misinformation like that. But here we are, he's still doing it. I would have thought that if it was that serious, that something would have happened to him. I mean, we can always hope, but let's be realistic. He's still sitting here 5 fucking years later, milking things at an even worse level than he has been for the last 4 years.
Yes. But all the he'll be gone soon. Good news coming soon. That whole thing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm going directly to Lancashire Police. Yeah, okay. For the 500th time.
You know, it's why is he still here? We know the answer. There's insert whatever response there. There's 10 different reasons. 10, there's 100 different reasons why he's still here and why he's not gone. And why hasn't he been gone? Why hasn't he been removed yet? With an order, anything. That's so far in the past that it's not even about him pissing off the right people.
Well, it's beyond him now. It's not even just about Alan, Armchair Detective anymore.
No, it's not.
We can see by the clowns on the ground group keeps growing of creators that take it a level worse than Alan does. There's this personal message from Welsh Lady for you, Salty. I just pinned. Hi, Vicky.
Let me pull up the chat while I'm up here and say hey to everybody. Kimberly, Faith, I saw your son, Ray, Sam,
Give me
Claire.
a couple minutes. I'm going to go make a coffee, so I'm going to actually jump down here for a sec, but go ahead.
Oh, okay, cool. Let me hijack this bitch. Haha. No, I'm not feeling too salty, but I want to say hey to everybody. It's good to see you. And again, I'm just popping in. And Oliver, how are you? Tamara, good to see y'all. Elwood, good to see you too. Candy for you. Haven't seen y'all in a while at all. Who else is here? SM. Yes, he's a creep. Marnie, there's our Larnie. There she is. Our little Aussie bestie. There he is down there. Down under. Should be what? Is it still morning for you down there, Larnie? I'm sure you're having your coffee. I could go for one myself. Since not, what about you? You want a coffee? Let's do it. Let's go. Come on. Lady Witch. What does that say? Leave him alone. He's stealing on his pigs. Yeah. I still say, Furby Fraud, that you look exactly like that dude, Christy. You can play him in a movie. Where you dig him up and he can play you. Okay. There's me. Damn it. All right. Where'd she go? I'm trying to freeze Donna. I'm coming in cold, y'all. Cut me some slack. Hopefully my audio isn't that bad and I don't kick myself off. Ha ha ha. Jeff. What? He loves you, Genetic Code, your streams, and your passion. Lady Witch again, and Ellen, Kimberly, Emerald, Kimmy. I saw that. Yes, you get the emails, but you haven't had a chance. Well, it's not necessary. I just thought that, maybe it was pointing out to you. You know what I mean, right? Right. Okay. It's a lovely night here, folks. I hope it's nice where y'all are. I think you should be going to sleep by now. Why the hell are y'all still awake? Y'all ain't got work in the morning? Like 3 o'clock in the morning for most of these folks, I think.
It was a holiday here in Canada today. It was family.
Here too. Here too.
Oh yeah, you guys. What is it? What was that holiday? I know you didn't celebrate Family Day. We only do in Ontario. we do. Our government made up a holiday because they felt this happened. Family Day only. It's not a statutory holiday, but every February 20th for probably maybe the last 8 to 10 years, our provincial government decided that there was such a dark period between New Year's and our May 2-4 weekend holiday. They just made up a holiday and called it Family Day.
Well, that's nice. And speaking of family, I'm seeing the comment now from Welsh Lady. She says, hope you and Maddie are doing well. Miss you loads. We miss y'all too. Thank you, Welsh Lady. We're doing as good as we can, right? Every day alive in the world is
doing as well as you can, looking like that.
Hey, I'm hot, even as a goddamn chick. Stop it. You're just jealous.
Oh my God.
I was working. I was like, what can I put up here really quick? Shit, I have to put up a picture.
As soon as I saw that, that's all I could think of. I almost have to. I want to find actually. While you're saying hi, I want to find just a quick little video so people can get an idea.
Actually, I know a lot of pot has been smoked since the time that I actually mocked up that particular meme and shared it with you and a couple other people. All I'm going to say is if so and so was a chicken named Karen, and it was somebody in our fucked up swamp community that used to exist over there. It was fun. Do you remember who I'm talking about?
No, sorry, I'm not really fully listening. I'm kind of.
I know you're not even listening to me.
Oh no, I'm trying. I'm just not doing it. It's all about chicken lady.
What are you doing?
Fuck off! Wait for it, man.
Fuck off.
I am. Get ready, everybody. Kids in the Hall, Hobby Horse, and the chicken lady.
Oh, you're gonna pull it up. Oh my god.
Well, I gotta still upload it in a couple minutes here. Keep saying hi.
Oh, well, damn. Okay. I'm
being bossy.
I lost my place. Damn it.
Oh, look who's decided. Guinea Pig Mama's here.
Oh, I heard about that one guinea pig.
Bladder tumor. We are. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Amber.
We're thinking about her.
Your love.
You know. Yeah.
I wonder why I hadn't heard or seen Amber. Now I know.
Mm-hmm.
Welsh lady. I'm sorry to say this, salty bitch. You've let yourself go.
I know. Gosh, you have no idea. I'm just an old hag. This is what I look like now, literally. But I'm still hotter.
That's her looking good.
And Chewbacca here, still hotter than Chewie.
You're my favorite Chewie fan girl. You know it, and I know it.
I'm the biggest Chewie fan girl in the world.
Whoa!
You know it.
And I love it.
I'm waiting for that.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for that
right now.
Oh, Kids in the Hall. This is a blast from the past. I used to watch my reruns on Saturday nights at like 2 o'clock in the morning on HBO back in the day. They used to play it.
I didn't know that actually. Well, I guess eventually it did get into the States. When it was huge, that was like early. Oh fuck! It was on in the 80s, and by the time it made it,
late 80s into the 90s.
Yeah, and they actually came out. There's a new series they've done on Amazon. I've actually got a couple of them downloaded. They are called Kids in the is that the old one?
Kids in the Hall? They're animated?
Yeah, Kids in the Hall. No, they're brand new ones they've done. Kids in the Hall 2022. I'll upload a couple and I'll send you the links. They're like new.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Kids in the Hall 2022. It's either on Amazon or on Hulu. I can't remember which one, but I downloaded. There was like 7 or 8 episodes in the first season. I'm sure they're going to do another one if it's not out already. But yeah, no. And what they've done is they took like the original, like that original the guitar thing.
Yeah.
They've done all that, but they've left it the same, but with them now, it's hard to explain. Hardly changed anything. The skits are obviously new. But oh yeah, fuck. I can't believe I never told you about that. Hang on. It's almost uploaded.
Oh wow.
And then there's also Kids in the Hall Comedy Punks. Yeah, so for those that don't know, Kids in the Hall was a Canadian sketch comedy troupe that was formed in like 1988, 89. It played from 89 to 95 on CBC, which is the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation here in Canada. But it did make it down. I guess it was on HBO, Comedy Central in the States. They made one film, I remember, back in 1997 called Brain Candy. It was
yeah, I remember.
Remember how much of a flop that was?
Yeah, but the audience at that point was a little bit. It was kind of past the time they should have done it. I think a couple of years. If they had done it earlier, I think it would have been more successful. But by that time, no.
Well, and there was that big lull too. I mean, because they stopped making like their sketch comedy, The Kids in the Hall, in 95. So there was like 5 years where they didn't do anything, and then all of a sudden they came out with this movie, which just flopped.
You know what? I have to say this though. I love the fact that each one of them played women as well, because there were no women in the troupe.
And every single one of them
each played was perfect. I mean, I could never figure out which one I liked the most.
I know.
Female characters.
Yeah, I know, and they did it so freaking well. So here we go.
This
is the Chicken Lady, which was one of their most infamous sketches from Kids in the Hall. This is like circa 1989, 1990.
What's the matter, Barry? Something
Hi! Is he gonna be long on the horsey?
my son hasn't finished his ride yet.
But I gotta get on. I gotta get on.
Why?
Because I have to do everything like I did the day before.
The day before, I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Well, it's like this morning, I got up and I washed myself in the toilet, just like I did the day before. And then I went to the bank and I deposited $3, just like I did the day before. And then I rode all day on the city bus until the sun went down, just like I did the day before. And then I came here and I drank 2 bottles of tequila near the loading dock, just like I did the day before. Can I have another quarter? No, it's my turn. I gotta get on. It's almost 6:30.
Why is it so important that you get on by 6:30?
Because I'm masturbating.
Masturbating?
Yeah, all day. This is the last part, right? So get him off, please.
Oh, Barry, don't be frightened. Just get off the horse.
Are you Big Bird? No, but I want to meet him because the bearded lady says they call him Big Bird because he's got a really big...
Shut up! Shut your filthy bird mouth!
Yeah, you do, eh? Oh, no, I don't have a quarter. I don't have a quarter. Can I please have a quarter?
You want me
I
to give
can't
you a
believe how
quarter
creepy this
so that
is,
you can
watching it
masturbate
after all
in
this
front of my
fucking
child?
time.
Yeah.
I'm getting someone in authority.
Oh, good. I need someone to watch.
Oh my God, I forgot how funny this is. Oh God.
Excuse me, can I have a quarter, please? Please, can I have a quarter? Grandma, I want to see the big chicken ride the horsey.
Okay, is this part of the mall promotion?
Yeah.
Okay, here's a quarter. There you go.
Are you gonna watch?
Well, if it doesn't take too long.
Oh, great. Yay!
God.
Chicken's riding the horsey.
Oh, God.
Well, that was the worst mall promotion I've ever seen. Come on.
There it is. I'm the assistant manager at Baskin Robbins. Come with me.
Bye, horsey. See you tomorrow.
Oh my gosh, I think it's safe to say that that was officially the weird part of your live stream.
There. Sorry about that. And that is some real Canadian humor right there, everybody. I was trying to
kind of
find the one
creepy.
where the
I'm not
chicken
gonna lie, I got kind of creeped out at first. And I thought, wow, I can't believe how funny this was back in the day.
I was only like fucking what, about 15 when those came out too. So I mean, it's all weird. I know, and I thought it was funny then, even now. Holy cow. There's the one I couldn't find it in time, but I was actually hoping to find the one where the chicken lady's at the strip club.
Oh God.
You can only imagine
I
what
remember that
happened
episode.
on the horse. You can only
No,
imagine.
you were probably a little bit older than that, I think.
89? No, I was 15. I was in grade 11.
Stop lying about your age. Everybody knows that you're a lot older than me. So I would have been like 15.
I might be a bit older than you, but I look a fucking hell of a lot better than you do.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You and your salty melt bags. Yeah, that was the weird part of the spring. I think that's not cute.
He's frozen.
What happened?
I don't know.
You frozen?
No, I froze.
Okay, well, thankfully, I'm thinking that some people in the chat thought it was funny.
Yeah, I think they did too. They have the same
Yeah.
kind of sense of weird humor like we do.
Like
And
we
if they
do.
didn't find it funny, well, it's over now.
Yeah, it is. And like I said, that was the weird part of your live stream, I think.
I'm
Can't
glad
get
you were
any
here.
weirder than that.
Nope. That was a
Like,
perfect, lovely
of course.
segue. It
That was
could be
it.
a lot weirder.
No, Oh, wait a minute. Before, hold on. She's out. Well, I have let myself go, Welsh lady. I got that comment. But Sunray says that you're still better looking than a lot of the people here.
God bless her.
Thank you. God bless. Yeah, that's why we love her. We love her. I can understand.
And for her humor, too.
Yeah. I miss some of y'all. I'm not going to lie. I really do.
They miss you. I don't. I talk to you all the time. Yeah.
No, you make it sound like we do talk all the time, but we really, it just, I don't know. It's just so, I had this feeling the other day. I wanted to do some salty commentary live, and I was thinking it would be fun. But so I'm glad you came on tonight, so I could at least hop up and say hey to everybody and say hey.
Show off your new do.
Show off my new hairdo, you know.
And your nose job.
Yes. I don't have the nose ring on in that one, though. Not a cock ring. It would be, well, close to a cock ring, I guess, if it was a.
I think that would to be like the size of a bull. The size of a bull ring that you actually see in bull's nostrils.
Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. Well, I'm not going to derail you anymore.
Okay, I was going to kick your ass off anyway.
Good. Kick my ass off. But I just want to say hey to everybody again, and I'll still be listening for as long as you stay on with at least half an ear.
Well, I'm glad you came up. I love you. But I'm kind of sick.
I love you too.
Thanks for derailing. You always do it with class and style.
And I didn't really swear a whole lot.
No, I've taken care of that. Both of us.
Right? Yeah. Okay. No salty disclaimer. But I will see y'all later. And
all right. Say hi to little Salty for us.
I will. Stay salty, y'all.
Bye. Say bye to Salty. Tell her how much you love her, even though I can't stand her. Oh, finally got rid of her. No, she knows I love her. All right. So we had a little impromptu permission, obviously, with the Salty bitch. Chicken lady. I'm going to have to find that strip club one for another day. Yeah. Everybody tell Salty how much you love her. Don't tell her. I actually think she's okay, but I don't ever want to admit that to her or let her catch wind of that because, I don't know, it just will make me, it'll make me look like a weak person. All right, where were we, guys? We were here. All right. So we were at number 3. The police took notice of me and searched the caravan park. So we talked about that one, which is where Salty came into play, that yes, all police departments have nothing better to do than to sit in a room on break, when not on break. Hell, they don't even cruise in their cars anymore. They just sit watching detective streams all day, every day. Get a grip. Police took notice of me. Yeah, just like you and your shadow that blew the Watts case right open that you didn't find. You thieved from Diane Hughes. So another statement made by the deluded detective. The farmers had better watch out. Yes, he was saying earlier, was it last week? There you go. Love from everybody. Salty and little Salty. Saying last week. Check the campsite. It's not the campsite. Check the campsite. It's not the campsite. Check the farmers. I'm not going to blame anybody. It's the farmers. Fucking walking, talking contradiction is exactly what he is. This one's one of my favorites. She vanished before your very eyes. Exactly. That didn't happen because nobody was there to see her vanish. So she actually did not vanish before anybody's eyes. Because if she had, they would have seen her and there would have been no search to try to find the missing woman. But I digress. The useless dickhead detective. Now this one I'm going to have to revamp. He has boots on the ground. No, he has clowns on the ground. Using somebody else's content and calling it your boots on the ground is what you do. You steal every that scream, this man is everything that he is not, that he says he is. I have been withholding evidence. Join Patreon to learn more. Yeah. Supposedly critical evidence that he is intentionally withholding so he can take it to his safe haven of Patreon, where he can talk freer amongst friends behind a paywall. That would be obstructing justice, Alan, withholding evidence. Boldly claiming that as a statement to make himself look more credible. Seriously. Goddamn embarrassing. I'm withholding evidence to join Patreon to learn more. That right there says everything about what kind of a despicable shell of a human being you are. I know a lock was changed on the gate, as I'm dyslexic and see everything in pictures, not words. Since when does being dyslexic constitute seeing pictures and not jumbled up words? Well, we know he's not dyslexic. He's conveniently dyslexic. Saying that bullshit for as long as he's been screaming he's a detective. Nicola was taken away by two fishermen who had a key to the gate, and they drove her away in a car. Well, that's a pretty bold, made up bullshit statement. So is that the key to the gate, that you know that the lock was changed on as well? Is that what you took into Patreon with you? Two men were walking around with rods. Yeah, next up is the safe house. You need a license to get a key. Rowan Water Fishing Lake is closed this time of year. Here we go, Mr. Self-important pompous prick. Don't tell me the police don't watch me. They say AD every minute. Yeah. Shut up, AD. You conveniently missed the shut up and the misinformation and the false information that people like you are spreading. Selective. Oh, here we go. The only person to spot a shadow and the only person to spot the dog lead on the bench. I hope I get the credit for that. Yes, you broke a missing persons case wide open once again with absolutely nothing, Alan. They heard me mention a lead, so they mentioned it on Sky. Yes, they were. Sky News was tapped into you playing them on a live stream. That's exactly how it happened, Alan. The brilliant metadata expert of the world. Nicola didn't go in the water. Yeah. Once again, he's figured it out. And the last one, I saw them. This one was disgusting. I saw them taking a body out of the water. The truth is an inconvenience. Alan Minicombe creates the facts. Yeah, he thinks he owns Armchair Detective, the name. He thinks it's some sort of medal of fucking badge of honor. Exactly. Which is why which is why today's stream was brought to you by this useless sack of crap.
I'm pretty sure it is what it is. It just is what it is, isn't it? Like, people do fall in water, but it's the way it happened. It's the deception by the family. To be fair, there is a deception going on. No one could see her falling in, standing up in 2 foot of water, clambering her way into. No one could see her falling in, standing up in 2 foot of water, clambering her way into deep water and drowning. Is it even plausible what I'm saying? Because that's what we're expected to believe. I don't actually believe any of that. None at all. And something's being covered up in that little village, and I don't know what it is. I see no evidence. I've seen no evidence of a self-harm. I've just seen no evidence of that. There's no footprints. There's no sliding down the river, and that river was searched thoroughly. There's no sign of her in that river, is there? So what are we supposed to do?
Get bent.
Oh! That's my 3rd monocle this week. I simply must stop being so horrified.
You know who wants the money, don't you? And we're allowed to talk about the case. And we do care about how Nicola met her end and why and how she could possibly drown in 2 foot of water.
You pompous, stuck-up, snot-nosed, English, giant, twerp, scumbag, fuckface, dickhead, asshole!
Busted again! Oh my lord.
Busted again, oh my lord, for being the world's leading metadata expert who gets everything wrong. Once again, proving his pure, unadulterated incompetence. Uh-oh. Salty's rolled back up. She did a reroute back. What you forget, love? Yeah, you're not supposed to make up bullshit. That's what. True crime is not made up of bullshit, and that's all you consist of, Alan, is bullshit. That's exactly what he does. He does that mold for everything. Everything. It's the same song and dance, just insert the different crime or missing person circumstance in place of. It's embarrassing. It's shameful. All right, Salty Bitch. If Alan wants to solve a case, I got one for him. Please don't tell me you're talking about your brothers. Wouldn't put that anywhere near. I wouldn't let you hand that to him. Not a chance in hell. Greedy grifter. Hang on a sec. You look like Death AD. Bear near. Yeah, no, I get it. That would involve actual brain function, brain activity, and work. Something he knows nothing about. Not one damn thing about. The only thing he works at is how lazy he can be, at how much he can get everybody to do everything for him and pay for his entire life's existence. Like the fucking world owes him some kind of living. Shameful. Absolutely shameful. Stop sharing that. So just in case you missed this, Alan.
The family have asked that we read a statement on their behalf. I'll now hand over to Detective Chief Superintendent Pauline Stables to do that.
Nicola's family have asked that we release the following statement on their behalf as follows. Our family liaison officers have had to confirm our worst fears today. We will never be able to comprehend what Nikki had gone through in her last moments, and that will never leave us. We will never forget Nikki. How could we? She was the centre of our world. She was the one who made our lives so special, and nothing will cast a shadow over that. Our girls will get the support they need from the people who love them the most. And it saddens us to think that one day we will have to explain to them that the press and members of the public accuse their dad of wrongdoing, misquoted and vilified friends and family. This is absolutely appalling. They have to be held accountable. This cannot happen to another family. We tried last night to take in what we had been told in the day, only to have Sky News and ITV making contact with us directly when we expressly asked for privacy. They again have taken it upon themselves to run stories about us to sell papers and increase their own profits. It is shameful they have acted in this way. Leave us alone now. Do the press and other media channels and so-called professionals not know when to stop? These are our lives and our children's lives. To those who genuinely helped and supported us privately, we thank you. The community support in St Michael's, friends, neighbours and strangers has been nothing short of comforting and heartwarming. Friends, you know who you are. Thank you. Our hearts truly break for others who have missing loved ones. Keep that hope alive. Finally, Nikki, you are no longer a missing person. You have been found. We can let you rest now. We love you, always have and always will. We will take it from here. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
You hear that, Alan? Leave them alone, you piranha. Absolute vulture. Leave that poor family alone. They deserve all of the privacy in the world and deserve absolutely to be left alone, especially from vultures like you. Once again, rest in heaven, Nicola. Our sincere thoughts, prayers, and condolences are with Nicola's family at this time. We do wish you nothing but receiving the privacy that you so deserve. Absolute shameful, your behavior, Alan. You're a disgusting shell of a human being. And I know, Sam, I know you've challenged the crime-fighting superhero on this since you got here. It just bothers me. It's just my personal stuff that, you know how I feel. It just bothers me to hear his name and your horrible circumstances kind of put together. Yeah, that's all. It's just my personal feelings surrounding Alan, the piece of shit. Nothing to do with you. You know that. Love you, Salty. Yep, exactly, Larnie. He is going to do that with every single case until he's stopped. You know, he doesn't listen to appeals. He doesn't care. You know, he doesn't care. How would you have felt, Alan, if that was your grandson that had been missing and people were vultures, circling vultures? He was just missing. And people were circling like vultures, making up all kinds of conspiracies that maybe you murdered him. Law enforcement is corrupt when simply he just went missing. How would you like it, Alan? Yeah, the shoe would be on the other goddamn fucking foot if it was affecting your family. It's all fun and games, eh? And money making macabre fun for you, as long as it involves anybody else that's not your family. But, I mean, I'm preaching to the choir. So, I mean, he's going to continue doing this until he is stopped. Something is going to give eventually. Karma will come around. He will get his. And at the end of the day, he's deluding himself. He thinks he's a big, what? A big investigator, a 66-year-old wannabe playing pretend detective that's not even friggin' good at it. Wanting to be a celebrity, chasing fame he's never, ever, ever going to get in this lifetime or any other lifetime because he's ruined his own reputation and made himself infamous. Again, Alan, you've done it all on your own. You have nobody to blame but yourself. No, he doesn't care. It's obvious. I mean, look at when I played TJ's video at the beginning there. He sat there twirling like a little fucking teenage girl, giggling, spinning in his chair after it was confirmed that Nicola's body had been her body that was found. He doesn't get any more disrespectful or disgusting than him. It really doesn't. So I guess that's about all I have this evening for you. Oh, absolutely. Yep, that is true. You know, he's definitely left. I'm sure your grandson will be thrilled when he's old enough and sees all of the harm and pain and suffering, needless pain and suffering that you've caused complete strangers that you don't know and have no business interfering in, the pain and suffering that you've caused them because you want to make money hiding behind the guise of playing pretend detective. Yeah, world's leading metadata expert, and that's it. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining me. Once again, doing a little revisit of Alan. Thought it was kind of just necessary to point out once again all of his egregious and erroneous mistakes. As per usual, once again and yet again, proving what a complete incompetent moron he is. He doesn't want justice. He's not looking out for anybody other than his own greedy guts, grubby pockets to line them with money. That's all Alan Vinicombe, the supposed armchair detective, is about, is money. Plain and simple. Sitting in his lopsided, stinky, squeaky gaming chair, smirking, sneering, and spouting out nothing but lies for personal gain. Yeah, you have lots to be proud of, Alan. All right, guys. Well, as I said, thanks so much for joining me. I'm going to call it a night here, or I guess a morning, afternoon, depending where you are. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.